I had to jump ship for about 30 minutes or so. Someone was knocking at the door, wanting my attention. Turns out to be one of my neighbors. I tell ya. In some ways I'm glad I live alone. No longer married from my late wife, but most of the days. Well, I know it's not that close. Oh, I see. Let's see, there's a Polaris down here, and I'm fairly certain that is a roly-poly up there. No. I know I heard something. Very, very close. I mean, it was like to the left of me. Wow. Yeah, that's still just, you know, you gotta love the roly-polies when they sound off. It echoes and you can't locate the sound. Exactly. Okay, so there's nothing here yet. I'm not technically worried about the extra fuel or gas. I'm going to find out what that... I think it's up on the Ostermark village. I wouldn't be surprised, really. Oh, I see where he's at. Yeah, that explains it. He's right there. Head up to the village area and see what was pegging my radar earlier. Okie dokie, yes. Bunch of doggos. Boy, I mean, be able to get that guy in one shot, but I couldn't lead with it. Like I said, it's been a while since I've actually been playing this game. After 2 or 3 days, like it was earlier, I checked my save data, and it was like it's a couple of days since I played on this. You start to get rusty. a week or two, and you'll forget how you learn how to fire your weapons. And after a month or so, you come across a hornet's nest, and you're like begging for your mom. And it's like, no, I can't do this. I'm gonna just chicken out instead. And it's like, okay. You know, you just can't really, you know, it's playing this game is like learning how to ride a bike. It's challenging at first because you learn how to do the controls and everything. Because I know it took me 7 tries to figure this game out. before I got really good at it. Then I stopped being scared after a while of all the machines trying to come and chew my butt off. And so, you know, after that it was like easy peasy. Ooh, look at this. We got a flock of doggos just running towards God knows where. This area in particular, it usually has a firebird, sometimes two, pop up out of nowhere because you can hear it. It's over in this tree line in this direction where my gun sight's pointing at. Oh, that means Big Buddha's coming up too. If there's a really pulley there, that means the big guy's not too far behind. That means somebody's going to get baked and barbecued before too long. Oh, hello. I think I'm going to do something I haven't done in a while. Just because I feel like showing off a little bit. Yeah. Yeah, that explains why. Okay. Normally I don't get too close to these things, but I'll just make an exception. See, I usually take these out with my KVM 59. It's a lot simpler. That way it can't spawn. This guy, whoops, wrong weapon. Must have already taken damage. If it only took one shot. Hey, I'm good to go, man. It's easy on me. I have no complaints. We got one type of one-shot kills. It must mean that the harvester and his hunter was already taking damage from the previous fight, which I can bet is right over this hill, because they must have run into some opposition. Let's see. Okay, I see something over here. Doggo. Which means that somebody's... You don't usually have too many strays around here. Oh, hell no. No, there's it's a Phoenix class. This is really sweet. This is a doggo. That guy gets too close to the tank when it's gonna get chicken fried. Yeah, I can tell. What's that happening? See, the thing is, sometimes tanks are easier to kill. Other times they're a pain in the butt. Gotta grab a gun and shut off that guy. Yeah. Eat my short speed. Yeah, I know, his little companion's behind me. Barely got that one. I wasn't even aiming right on that shot. Yeah, when you get close to battle, so I'm going to switch over to my KVM again. Yeah, you kissed my butt, dude. Should stay away from that. Yes. I'm gonna get fragged. Okay. Time to lament. Keep my shorts, man. You know, I'm gonna go after whoever's trying to frag my ass. Where is this guy? He's gotta be around here somewhere. My guy, he's hiding in trees somewhere. It's pissing me off. Where is he? Where is he? Oh, there he is. Perfect. Ooh, I thought they were dead. No thank you. I don't kiss my first date. Yeah, you know, you guys really got to stop trying to cornerball me on this. Let's see, where is he? Where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going? Where's he going? Ah, there he is. Nobody wants to play with me. Why, nobody said this game is all about fairness. Let's see, where am I going to go here? I've got some bad guys to loot. Yeah, so I picked up a Kotinek at Legendary, which is kind of like on the not so rare side, but still pretty decent if you want to keep it. I keep most of my... Oh, that was a down doggo. I keep forgetting these tree stumps and doggos look almost alike. Yeah, normally I'd be like, oh, guess what? I picked up that one over there, I believe. Maybe I didn't. Sometimes when you're fighting the enemy, they die in the brush, you can't find them ever again. That's the first time that's happened. Okay. I know this area's been recharged. Now the Ostrovik Industries area right next to me, that takes about 2 hours maybe to finish looting the whole thing if you want to get everything, which is funny because some parts of that base area are almost impossible to find because a lot of the stuff there is hidden. So it's like, oh good, you know. And when I discovered that this truck had both a toolbox and a backpack in here, I was like over the moon. I'm like, hey look, I found something new. I didn't know that existed. Whoa, looks like I missed one guy. Okay, so this thing over here, and I kind of went by this so many times I keep forgetting about it. This little watchtower, a lookout kind of thing, you know. So, don't mind me. I'm just trying to stock up on the good stuff. Whoa. Should have trap shot it with my PBT-90. Normally I can hit the damn thing, but I was just going. I was moving too over the top with my my shot. So yeah, not what to do on Generation Zero, Class 101. Watch a veteran do a few noob moves all at once. I mean, I can do some pretty cool moves, but I don't usually focus on them all that often. I'm just here to kill something, not play nice with it. And go, oh, did that hurt? Good. Would you like some more? I got a double dose of this punishment. If you want to take, you know, something cocky and coy, but yeah. Okay, doesn't look like there's anything left. So I'm going to head over to the base area. Well, that's a level 4. It's still, shit, that's a level 4 apocalypse hunter. Yeah, I think I can go ahead and do it. I can do my doggo and use a distraction, but then I just waste a doggo using the doggo. I only take it out when I absolutely need to, so it's like, I'll just track it and then kill it. That way I don't have to worry about it later. I'm gonna keep the RLG-7 Epic because someone might need it. You know, it's not just me I'm playing for. Anybody who's a noob and needs stuff and everything, I'm like, hey, you know what? I got some stuff for you. If I ever come across anyone that I can game with, but you know, it doesn't happen very often. In the earlier sessions indicated network issues with PlayStation, but hopefully they got everything ironed out by now. But you know, expect some lag and some other problems. That's part of this. That's part of the game's experience. You know, you're not going to get always a perfect session, and everything else is going to fall through, and it's like, you know. Don't worry. I got plenty of legendary miniguns for anyone who needs them. You can mod those suckers till the cows come home. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and track this puppy. After I kill another Phoenix class tank. That almost didn't go hit him because it was just right. It went right to the left of his leg. And it's like, so yeah, it almost did make it. Because if I had gone a little farther to the right, or to the left a little bit more, another shot, I would have missed completely. That was the problem. See, that's where it goes. These space between the legs. And it's not an issue, but it's just, you know, it's just it's easy to miss a lot of times. So, you know, it's not like you can help it. You know, it's like, oh, never mind. Let's see, so I should be getting close to the rival. Unless he's got friends. And normally when you got a rival before rival, you have friends. And they just provide the... I'm really close. Yeah, if he's around this area... Yeah, I can tell. He's probably hiding behind. Yeah, I know where he's at. Seriously, how crazy, how obvious do you have to be? Yeah, he's right there. Woo! And nice shotgun. Yeah, I'm getting out of here before someone else still wants to play Canyon Tag with me. See, when that guy gets on your case, it calls in reinforcements, and that's when you have a problem. 76 assault rifle. Alright, well, at least that went pretty well. See, I know most people like to play around with it and try to stay away from its range and everything, but as you can tell, I got plenty of adrenaline shots, so I don't have to worry about dying so many times and having to worry about my next move. You know, the first time when I played this game, it was like a whole total nightmare. It's like, okay, never mind. I'm just going to try and play this one close to the chest. And, you know, try to conserve, you know, my health and ammunition and all kinds of fun stuff. But, you know. What else did I unload then? Do I take the N9? I think I'm going to keep it. I'm definitely going to get rid of this thing because it's another epic. I will keep the Epic's S21 though. Well, that had some distance. About a 7.3. Okay, let's see. Go to this. Yeah, it's about 5:30 in the morning. Caregiver shows up at 8. And I gotta do a few more things around the house. So I'll get this session completed, then go do some housework, and then come back in a little bit and add another session. Let's see what happens. One of these days I'm going to do a TLOU or part 2 session. I remember how to play it. I mean, it's been like 4 years since I played either game. It was pretty funny because I was assuming after I beat the first game I'd have to have my game save data ported over to part 2. Turns out it was never going to do that. So it wasn't like Golden Sun and Golden Sun 2, the first 2 games for the Game Boy Advance when it first came out. Because some games in those days you had to have your game save data to port over to the second game, like you did for the Xenosaga games. The first one, I believe it was the first game save data for the first game was ported over 2, or was it number 2 to 3? I can't remember which one it was that did that. But it's a pretty crazy way of, you know, increasing your chances of getting the good stuff. Especially in number 2. I think number 1 and 2 had the special skins on Shion and a couple of other characters, Cosmos. Cosmos, you know, however you pronounce her name. Okay, and then you had the other one, Momo, and it's been forever since I played that. Oh man, oh god, they're both good. They were good games. First one was my favorite. Second one was pretty good. Third one, I don't really think I played it that much unless I beat it. No, I beat the ending to number 2. Number 3 was almost impossible because it was so confusing at times, but it was a good game regardless. It's just, I think it was a little bit rushed. They were planning on 6, but they had to cut it to 3, and then they only made a limited run for the second game, and then the third. No, excuse me, correction. The second game didn't sell well with the fans. Xenosaga Saga Episode 3 had only a limited run, and there were so few copies left nowadays, and so I was the only one that had the actual mint condition rare edition that was still in existence. So it was sold last year in mint condition. Some lucky collector came by, swooped it up 7 months later after I sold it, and it's like, you know, the guy was really shocked. Now he owns it. Most of the majority of my PlayStation 1 and 2 games and my GBA games are all playable, mint condition. There's not even a scratch on most of them, on most of the disc. Because, you know, I take good care of my games. Unlike Generation Zero, been warned, so I'm probably going to get a new copy probably in November, December before the year is out, just in case this one fails or something. Because the top of the disc is getting worn out because of the, you know, it's a Blu-ray thing, so the graphic image is getting chewed up, you know, as it runs through the player. So I'm gonna have to get a new version, I mean, a new edition or whatever. Because the digital version of Generation Zero is slightly different from the disc version. But the reason why I don't have a digital version of my games is because, you know, computers tend to fail a lot. Your PlayStation 4 is going to going to take a permanent dirt nap one day, and you're going to lose all your game data and all your games. And you won't be able to save. You'll have your save data maybe, but, you know, you just start the whole process all over again. Whereas with your physical data disk and your physical game data, it's just a matter of uploading it, plug it in, poof, you're good to go. You know, I mean, at least that's my opinion. Pretty sure everyone else has their own options. So. That's right, I'm getting close to my weight limit. I just finally noticed it. You know, I won't have to worry about Phoenix coordinate data or Soviet coordinate data. But I'll check in a second. Probably gonna have to do, I'm gonna have to reduce my storage capacity now. I was getting pretty close now. I'm really about 11 pounds off. Okay, 9. So, or 8 now. Once I put this RLG7 scope into my box. Okay, so I'll do that. I'll drop all the small explosive canisters and everything else into the recycling station or tanks. Large fuel cells, small fuel cells. I think I got plenty. I mean, I build up, I stockpile, then I sell sell everything off. It'd be kind of cool if you could. This game. Oh, how much would you like to sell these for? You know, because in some RPG games you can sell all your excessive supplies and whatever you don't need to a seller. You get a lot of rupees, gold, whatever it is your game currency runs on. And come away with some pretty decent loot, and then of course you can go back and buy it back if you need to. I mean, some games you can. I mean, I remember, I don't know which one it was. I think it was Secret of Mana from the Super Nintendo era. You sell off all your weapons and your loot and everything, or maybe it was Final Fantasy. I can't remember which one it was. But you'd sell off your excess supplies and your armor and everything, and you go back to the merchant after a while, and you still find your old list of stuff that you already sold like 5 or 6 game sessions ago. and it's still there. You can just pick and choose which one you want, or if you need to re-equip or something like that. I miss those days. I know in Final Fantasy 3 that I don't think they did anything like that. They upgraded everything. Not sure about Final Fantasy 2 though. It's been a while since I played that one. I beat it too eventually, and Final Fantasy Chrysalis. Well, it's a Final Fantasy Crystal. Either Crystal or Chrysalis. I can't remember which title it was, but I beat that one. I beat number 2. I beat the first Final Fantasy. Well, actually, I didn't come close. Second one I beat Final Fantasy 2, Final Fantasy 3, Final Fantasy Crystal or Chrysalis, whichever title that was on. Final Fantasy Tactics, on the other hand, that was a pretty challenging game. I don't believe I ever got close to beating it. I just kept having way too much fun. And then, of course, I was playing Karshia, then I was playing Disgaea. Pretty dude! You know, and I saw some, I think they're up to Disgaea 7 now, which is kind of astonishing. The game has been going on for years, at least 20 years maybe, and maybe less, but it's still impressive. And so I think I can get the collection somewhere off for the PlayStation 4. I haven't even figured that one out, and I don't think I beat this Disgaea series at all. I think I either had number 2 or number 3 for the PlayStation 2, and I'm just having way too much fun, just those penguin attacks and everything, and I'm just cracking up, because you do all the ultimate combos and everything. Oh my god, I am laughing my butt off, because it's not the fact it's hard to play the game or to beat it, it's the fact you just watch the visuals and the graphics and the attack sequences and the group attacks and stuff. It is just funny as shit. And I'm like going, you know, this is why these games are fun, you know. I feel sorry for EA Sports though, being acquired by the Saudis for $55 billion. Nobody knows what's going to happen with all the game lineups, but I can tell you it's probably not going to be pretty. Even though they say, oh, we're not going to change anything, please. When they get bought by a bigger company, they're going to revamp the whole entire infrastructure and the staff and the catalogs and the projects and everything else to align with the new company bottom line ethics, whatever, you know. That's how come Blizzard and some other companies had to scrub their most awaited projects and hinted and rumored ideas, because a lot of the companies either didn't have the money for the projects or running up against opposition, some fan pushback, you know, all kinds of stuff. But now that, you know, EA's been acquired by the Saudis, and another, I think Jared Kushner also was involved in that one. A lot of people are wondering what's going to happen to the sports franchise, from, you know, the football, baseball, basketball. I mean, it's not going to be a pretty picture, I can tell you that much. You know, it's just kind of sad if you ask me, but, you know, this is the way life is. You start out with a really big company, it's, you know, eventually gets bought out by, you know, foreign competitors. It's just the way it is now. You know, countries come in, buy up all the land, buy up all your companies, you know, try to make a profit, sell it off to someone else, and eventually the company shuts down and is sold for scrap, yada yada yada. You know, nothing lasts forever. I mean, even Sony eventually is going to get bought out by somebody in the not so distant future. It'd be funny if it actually lasted the apocalypse. It's like, hey, guess what? The world's ending, but here we got Sony's still surviving, so is Microsoft. I don't think anyone's going to be able to kill off Microsoft, because Microsoft is going to reinvent its own wheel over and over and over until the end of time. You know, probably do one of those Blade Runner reincarnations. That'd be kind of scary. One of the cyborgs has actually got Windows 95 downloaded into into its neural net or something. That's the data had that. It's like your Windows system is crashing, Commander Data. Oh crap. Okay, let's do a cold start and reboot from you know, an earlier save. You know. I'm gonna be hurt for this one. Oh boy, and I'm a Star Trek fan, so I get to do this kind of stuff and, you know, razz everybody who's a fan of the series. I mean, you know, character wise. That's so hilarious. Oh man. Of course, the new Star Trek series that just launched. It's aimed for children. Looks pretty interesting. Kind of reminds me of Paw Patrol. I mean, you know, in that general sense, and maybe Blue's Clues if I'm not too off base on that one. See, I got 3,000 Soviet coordinate data, and my friend, of course, who games with me, he's always been wanting more, so I just save it for him. I haven't really seen. I saw him play with some remote explosives the other day. He took out a rival with about 8 of them, and I'm like, dude, that's so cool. So yeah, I'm gonna try that one of these days. I'm not really adventurous, not till I get the homing turrets, but I'm just gonna I think I'm gonna hold on to those. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I thought for a second I was gonna be like, okay. Let's see. Flamethrower and napalm I really do not need because I don't even have a tank for it, and I don't really do a resistant flamethrower thing, anyways. So I'll recycle that as well. So I'll spend this time recycling my stuff, and then I'll just save for right then, and then I'm going to do some more housework. I'll come back later, do another session before Steve shows up. Hopefully. There's nothing really planned for Tuesday unless the Mukilteo food bank's open. But I doubt it because I think it's the 5th Tuesday of this month, not the 2nd or the 4th. You know, it's how they, it's when you can go in and get some, you know, food from the food bank. You have to be on the client list. Unfortunately, these days, demand for food banks are a lot higher than they've been, and donations have been a lot lower than they've been. So it's been a struggle for everybody to try to feed themselves on what little, you know, you can get. And so everyone's trying to pitch in and help out as much as possible. I mean, not just the food banks, but everybody. I mean, neighbors, friends, you know. Because food insecurity sucks. I can tell you that much. I've been living with it all my entire life. You know, cost of food's still going up. Ingredients are still going up. Materials are still going up in price. Nothing's gonna change anytime soon. Especially with all these tariffs, they're taking a big wet bite out of everyone's budgets. And now this government shutdown is going to happen, and we're all wondering what's going to happen next. So, I gotta get Angela and Ratty her their fleet control tomorrow. I gotta get that cat shelter for Sylvia and Tinkerbell. So I could do that at least. And pick up some other things as well. And then Thursday, I got my appointments. I think I'm going to be on the 6th. 2nd or the 6th of this next month. I got my next physical therapy. Let's see. So, not sure. My schedule's all messed up. Too many appointments. This is what's going to happen to everyone when they get older. When they start hitting your late 40s, early 50s, Just be prepared for the unexpected. Because one minute you'll be perfectly fine, next minute it's like, where'd this come from? You know, it's like, why am I waking up with back pain and creaky joints and everything sounds like Rice Krispies when I bend over? Yeah, it's stuff like this. Just happens when you get older. You know, you're not gonna be like, oh, you know. So just deal with it the best you can. Try to add some humor into it because no one likes a grumpy old person, literally, every day going, why do I feel so old? I don't have my coffee. Where's my Metamucil? Have you seen my dentures anywhere? Where's my contact lenses? Have you seen where my glasses have gone? I can't find my hearing aid. Has anyone seen my bottle of prune juice anywhere? I'm like, it's in the fridge. Yeah, well, I haven't hit that stage yet. I do got a bag of prunes from the food bank, and I'm eyeing it with interest, going, what should I do? What should I do? I think I'll save those for an emergency. But I will say this: prune juice by itself is pretty damn good. It's not a warrior's drink like Worf says it is, or Guinan says it is on Next Generation, but it's a pretty decent thing you can, imbibe on every so often if you feel adventurous. My favorite, of course, is the spicy V8. Unfortunately, it's on my no-no list for my INR numbers, my warfarin. It's got too much fruits and vegetables in it. It'll interfere with your numbers. I'm like, come on. It's like a Greek tragedy right there. It's like, why do people tell me now after 20 years, oh, suddenly V8 juice is off the list? I'm like, you guys said that about grapefruit, and I can't have that. Well, I'm like, okay. See, the thing is, even if you're going to have, the things you want in life, I mean, in terms of food choices and preferences and favorites, I wouldn't deny yourself any of those things. Even if you're on certain medications, but you could space it out so it doesn't have a real big impact, like say, just moderate the intake just a little bit. Like say, obviously I can't have cranberry at all because it'll really mess me up with my warfarin dosages. But let's just say grapefruit every now and then. That's fine. V8 juice, fine. Let's say something that's cabbage or kale or chard, for example. Now, roasted chard and kale is the bomb. Okay, but the one thing I love most is two things. One is pickled asparagus. One is baked asparagus or fried. Okay, when you put it on the cooking sheet, and just baste it with butter, then seasoning, and then just throw it in the oven for maybe 20 minutes, give or take. I kind of do things differently. It comes out nice and crispy, sometimes burnt, which is the best part, and it's just like, oh my god, it's like the next best thing since heaven was invented. Because it's those things that, it's life, okay? You've got to enjoy the things you want in life. You got to enjoy the things you have in life. Even if it'll mess you up a little bit, even if it hurts you a little bit, or something. You can't just deny yourself the life's little things, little pleasures in life. You got to enjoy what you have before you can't do it anymore, before you're unable to do things, before you are, because then you'll regret doing it, or you'll have, regret, or, regrets again. But, it's just that you shouldn't have to go through life suffering because other people enjoy the things that you used to have. I had corn yesterday. It was great. Perfect corn. I made it so it was according to what I found on a search engine link. And I have a steamer, I have a cauldron, I have everything. I followed the instructions perfectly. Oh, it came out so good. My caregiver's going, you shouldn't eat it all at once. I said, Steve, it came from the food bank. I've got to wolf it down before it goes bad. And I'm telling you, I haven't had corn on the cob in forever. Okay, probably will be long before my wife, and probably about 10 or 15 years ago before my wife passed away. I'm telling you, when you can shuck corn on the ears like you get from the produce section or something in the grocery store, and you see actual corn there just sitting there in the ears and everything, it's like, hey, that's mine. That made me appreciative of the fact that I actually had corn yesterday, so I was really happy about that. You know, that's the kind of things I'm talking about. You know, when you see something you haven't had in a long time, you can't remember when the last time you had it. That's the time to go get it and experience those happy memories again. You know, while you still can. You know, I mean, even if we've left behind our childhood and we've entered adult life and some of us are going into middle age and senior citizen department, you know, it shouldn't stop us from trying to have a normal life, is what I'm saying. You know, we have to enjoy the things we've got in front of us. Oh, okay. What the hell did I do that for? Oh, okay. Whew. Oh. Oh, please tell me I didn't screw up on this because I just got distracted by dictating and everything. Ugh. Well, I'll go back and check in case, just to make sure I didn't hose myself on that one. That's what happens when your focus is gone, your concentration is shot, and everything else is just like, oh, good. Let's see, 50. See, the thing about those small gas tanks, you're not going to get much resources out of it, which is fine. Okay, I think I got everything there. Yeah, I'm gonna check again, make sure I didn't. I could have sworn my storage box weight had gone down to at least 1292. I must have put something back because that number doesn't look right. It says 1392. It should have been lower than that, so I'll just make sure I didn't screw up. That's the first time I've seen that message. Storage box full in red lettering. They must have changed that too because it's like before they did the updates about a year ago, they'd always say cannot put items in storage box limit, whatever it was. Then they just changed it, or maybe it's been like that since they started this game. But I've never been that. I don't pay attention that much, unfortunately. Just like right now, I'm like, really? So yeah. There, let's see. I know it's in my. Maybe it's 1352. Maybe I was right. I'm just gonna make sure before I log off. Okay, let's see. 8. Theoretically, I can get rid of my what is it? Where's my portable turrets? I can bring these because I can always make more. Portable machine gun turrets are pretty easy to make. So recycling them won't be a big issue. Because I haven't used them since that first time, and that was kind of fun using them, but I just need to free up more weight. And after this, I will take a break. After I finish recycling this thing, I will take a break. Wait for the numbers to go, go away. Third. Okay, one of these days I'll talk more fluently than I am right now. Okay, so let's see, right here, right there. I'm just gonna go down a little bit. I'm gonna drop it down that way, but gotta get a little bit lower. Let's see. Okay, aluminum. Okay. And I will see you guys in a little bit. Enjoy the session. Remember to save your game data after each game session, and I hope you found this instructional, educational, horrifying, terrifying, painful, and hilarious to watch. Okay, because I try to bring a little fun into this game. Alright, have a good one.